this video, we will transform foods within our cultures into sketches. Before we even get started with our printmaking plate, we need to think about what we're going to put on our plate. How do we do that? Like always, we're going to sketch it out first. What I want you to do is I want you to complete the worksheet that is attached to this assignment. In the worksheet, it's going to ask you questions about your culture. What type of foods or drinks do you enjoy that is within your culture? Now, everyone's is going to be a little bit different, and that's what's going to be amazing about this. Everyone's individuality is going to come together in this piece, and it's going to be wonderful. So, to tell you a little bit about the two different ideas that I chose for mine, I am from the eastern side of Pennsylvania, and over there, there's different types of foods and drinks that we don't find on this side of the state. Two things that I grew up with that aren't really on the side of the state is cold pizza. This is like a cold Sicilian pizza. It's more of a square shape than our normal triangle shape that we would see in Pittsburgh. The other thing is I grew up drinking what's called sun tea. Now, sun tea is a glass pitcher of water that you put about 20 tea bags in. It could be like any flavor tea that you want. And then you stick it out in the sun for anywhere between 24 hours to a couple days. And you let the sun bake the tea and it brews it for you. And then you get this really sweet tasting tea, and you usually drink it cold. So those are two things that I grew up with that are within my culture. So I decided to draw those two ideas out. I have over here my cold pizza idea and my sun tea idea. I'm asking you to draw two different ideas because for this type of printmaking, you might find that one is a little bit trickier than the other to do, or you might find that you have all the supplies for one creation, but you don't have enough supplies to create the other. So this is us thinking onto a piece of paper. So it's taking everything in our head that we have thoughts and ideas and it's putting on our piece of paper. So with this, I took the idea of, okay, whenever I make either one of these, I'm only going to make one, but whichever one I decide to make, I'm going to have to use recyclables or materials that I have laying around to create these structures. So I needed to think, what would I use for my base? What would I use for the cheese of my pizza and the pepperoni of my pizza? I had to start thinking about that. So once I label everything, I'm looking at all of my components that I would have to add to my print base. I need to decide which one I would like to do. What I would like you to do now is pick two foods or drinks from your culture that you would like to sketch out. Make sure you label each sketch with the items that you would use to create each component.